Okay, well, you guys, we're going to get started because we only have 35 minutes and Erin has a lot to cover and we all want to hear her juicy tips. So I'm going to turn the time over to Erin Stones, who just also happens to be my cousin. And she is going to share how she's, and I had to joke about how we said getting high sales because everyone got confused when I wrote, do you want to hear from Erin about getting high sales? And people were like, I just read getting high. So anyway, she's telling us how to get high sales because she is killing it. She's her and Amanda are the top sales girls on Team Nailed It. How much have you sold so far, Erin? Total. Let me find you and unmute you. Okay, unmute. You're unmuted.
Okay, just 1 second. My neighbor said she was coming up. Of course, she knocked right now. Hold on a second.
I know it's like it's probably around 8,000 is my guess. So she's killing it. And
I'm back.
Okay, you're back. Good.
Yeah, so I'm closing in on 8,000.
Oh, good. I guessed right. And how much have you sold this month, just alone?
I'm almost to 3.
Sweet. And the other thing that I noticed about Erin was her downline. Some of her own personal stylists that she's sponsoring, they are selling like over $1,000 in nails. So Erin is doing something right, and we want to know all the juice. So I'm just gonna turn it over to you.
Okay. So I am going to give you an assignment, Kelly. And this is how it works. So when people ask a question, I just want you to write their name down and put a number next to their name because I'm going to do a giveaway because I want to.
Okay.
So if you ask questions if you ask questions, then Kelly's going to write your name down and we're going to do a giveaway because that's just how I roll. So
okay. Wait, do you think
an app or type it?
Type it.
Okay.
Do you think we'll have tons of time to get to questions? Because we only have 33 minutes now.
Right. So just type your question.
Okay. Type your question, guys.
I don't even know if we can scroll back through. I don't know how this works. So I'm totally like throwing this at Kelly out of nowhere. So surprise.
All right. Take it away, girl.
Okay. So there are going to be 3 main areas that I talk about when it comes to getting high sales. I think if you got high, people would probably think you were pretty awesome, but it's probably not the best way to sell. So we're not going to actually get high, but we're going to get high sales. So the first one that you need to do is be genuine. Okay. So you need to make it about the customer, right? So we're a direct marketing or MLM company, and I'm going to be legit with you here that my, mother-in-law is actually disappointed in me for my choice to become involved in Color Street. Now, let me be honest. She literally knows nothing about Color Street, nothing, because she won't even try the nails. Like she won't look at them. She won't try them. And she hasn't told me she's disappointed. She's told the rest of the family that she's disappointed. And they've all, they tell me things. People trust me. So, and the reason why she doesn't is because it's direct marketing. So we don't want to be that company. And that's a lot of the reasons why they've had some of the Facebook rules that they've had, because we don't want to be scammers. We don't want to be the annoying people. We are not those people. And I can understand why some people are going to immediately have a wall because they've had someone that I've had who's been trying to sell me a certain product for 3 years now. And she will not leave me alone. She drives me insane. I've said, no, I'm not interested. And the funny thing is, I'm actually interested in the product, but she bugs me so bad that I say no. So she's losing out on a customer who I am like super supportive of other people's businesses because I think it's so awesome when people try to take control of their lives and sell and do that kind of thing and still be someone that has another life besides their job. So I'm a mom of 5 kids and I'm super busy. I'm involved in a million different things and that's okay. But I'm also contributing to my family through Color Street. So got to get rid of the MLM stigma. You've got to make sure, I've challenged my team to make a list of 100 people, but you guys, I don't want them to all of a sudden just send them all a message that says, hey, I'm in a new business. I think you should try it. You know what? That's not how it works. You need to develop a relationship with your customers. You need to know things about your customers. And you need to let the nails do the work, right? This product is amazing. All you have to do is get these nails on people's fingers and they will start buying. But if all you ever do is say, these shoes, what the heck, these nails are amazing. You just don't want to be throwing the product in their face 24 hours a day, if that makes sense. So every day I pick 3 or 4 different people that I think might enjoy the nails. I send them a message, say, hey, I love seeing your posts on Facebook. How's life? Your kids are adorable. I ask them questions about them and I open up a dialogue because I want to talk to these people. I actually really care about these people and I want to have a relationship with them. And I know that most of them have seen me posting about Color Street. So I don't want to be that MLM person that I haven't talked to them in 5 years, but I'm all of a sudden going to send them a message and say, hey, guess what? I do a new business and you need to have these nails because they're amazing. And I'm going to send you a sample and you should hear about the business and you should do this. And I'm not going to blast them and overwhelm them. But I get new people all the time in my VIP group because I message people. I start a dialogue with them. Sometimes it takes me a week to get to a point where I think, hey, you know what? I can go ahead and talk to them about the business. Most people, by the end of the day, I get to say something to them. Like when they say, hey, how's your life going? I say, oh, things have been so crazy. I started a new business over the summer. I'm loving it. It's been so great for me and my family. But I don't even say the name of it. I don't say what I do. I leave it open-ended. I talk about my kids. I talk about things, and then I leave it open-ended. And every single time they say, oh, what's your business? Or, oh, I've seen you post about your business. You know what I mean? They say things like that, and then that leads to that dialogue. And these people aren't they aren't just a number to me. I literally legitimately care about all my customers. And so developing relationships, being genuine, getting away from that MLM stigma is so super important. Because you're going to have people like my mother-in-law. I mean, seriously, my mother-in-law will not even try these. And at first it used to hurt my feelings. And then I'm like, dude, it's not worth letting people hurt your feelings either. If people tell you no, move on. Why try to put nails on somebody who's not going to wear them and who's not interested? Work on the people who are interested. And it's pretty easy, pretty quickly to tell who's going to be. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you got to have fun in your VIP group. You got to live it up in your VIP group. You need to drive people to it. So here's what I did today. I have something I call my originals. And this is something I started back in July. I started emailing everybody that had ordered from me. And there's a way to do that in your back office. And I can put notes about that later if you don't know how to do that. So I send out emails at least once a week to the people I call my originals. And I advertise that in my VIP group. Everyone who orders from my from the original launch catalog from the beginning until the 15th of September, which was when the new catalog obviously released, or parts of it did. And anyone who orders from there is going to be one of my originals for the rest of their lives. Forever, you're going to be one of my originals. So I do extra special giveaways in the month or every month for my originals. I email them once a week. I tell them about things that are coming up. I thank them for supporting me from the start. I do that sort of thing. And I'll put things in my VIP group that says, hey, originals, you should have just received an email. And people are always responding, and they feel really special. So that goes back to being genuine. I've made people feel like they're special and that they have something that nobody else who orders Color Street has. They are a part of the originals. So I sent an email out yesterday that said, hey, everybody, I am giving away 8 free sets of nails because you guys are the greatest group of originals I've ever had. They're the only group of originals I've ever had, but they're still my greatest. So I'm giving away 8 sets of nails. And here's what you need to do. You need to take a picture of your current Color Street nails. If you don't have them on, put them on. Take a picture and go post on your personal Facebook page. You need to tag me in it, and you need to provide a link to my VIP group. You need to talk about how much you love them and tell people if they want to hear more about them, you just provide the link. Don't make it salesy. Don't make it, I mean, I could give you the specifics of what I did, but so, and then once you do that, I'm going to send you a link to order, and I'm going to reimburse you. Like I'm going to mail you or Venmo you or PayPal you the entire amount of your order for one set of nails, the shipping and the tax. Okay. So I've probably had 20 new people join my Facebook group today, just from 4 people who have done it so far. So, and those people are already commenting in my group. They're already interacting in my group, because the next thing I do is anytime somebody new joins my group, I post a welcome to the group. Welcome to this group. It is so amazing. Scroll through everything, check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Go to the pinned post, request a sample. Everybody welcome. I have tons of members of my VIP group that are liking and hearting and commenting, and whenever we had someone new add to our group. So people, again, they feel special because they're in this special group. They've been welcomed. They've been invited by a friend. And nobody in my VIP group is there without having either myself inviting them personally or a friend inviting them or them requesting themselves. So I've done no, just tons of adding. Nobody is in there that hasn't been specifically invited. So that's another thing too. I feel like my VIP group has, really good interaction because of that.
Erin.
Another thing I do, yeah?
How do you welcome someone that you don't even know? Like, do you just say like, welcome Amy to this group, and you just tell them that? You don't like introduce them or anything, do you?
No, the only time I introduce them is if it's somebody I know really well. I usually say, sometimes if they've come from a party, because that's one of my party posts in my online groups, I say they just participated in this awesome party where, and she ordered some great nails, anyway. Or I say, welcome to the group. Tell us more a little bit about yourself. That sort of thing.
I love it.
So I make them feel special from the start. Okay, and here's the other thing too. You have to be generous, you guys. Color Sheet is generous. We have no reason why we can't be generous. And I know it feels painful at the beginning, but before you start receiving those jump starts and stuff, but it's worth every single penny that you invest. People love to get stuff for free, right? So in my parties, there are 2 things that I give away as the grand prize giveaway. One is 20% off their entire order that they can choose, and I send that in a rebate. 2 is buy 3, get 2 free, right? They do that by, their order has to be the buy 3, get 1 free, and then I send them 1 free from my stock. It's ridiculous how many people order and then they go back and order again because they want to make sure they do the buy 3, get 1 free, or because they're like 20% off my order, I should have ordered 3 times as much. It's crazy. But people like free stuff, like free stuff is free stuff. Who doesn't want free stuff? So be generous, do giveaways. I go live, I do monthly giveaways, I do birthday giveaways. I'm constantly giving stuff away. So like I'm doing with my originals as well, I'm doing the giveaway. 8 people are going to get free sets of nails, and who knows how many people I'm going to get to join my group off of that. And not only that, but people are advertising on their Facebook page for me, which I'm not allowed to do, right? I'm not allowed to advertise on other people's pages, but they can advertise for me. Heck, why not? So use those marketing tools to your advantage, because your VIP group could be your best resource for finding new people. Okay, the last one area is parties. You have to have parties, okay? My goal is minimum of 8 parties a month. Seems like a lot. Sometimes it feels like a lot. My goal is 4 online and 4 in-home. Because guess what? In-home is, I get way more people joining my team from in-home parties. It's reality for me. I'm not the best recruiter. Kelly is like the queen of recruiting. If she and I would have been combined at birth, because we're not that far apart, we would be like, we would rule Color Street between her marketing, or her enrolling, and my sales. Like, it's just, apparently we push different buttons in heaven before we came down. But that's just, it's awesome. So you need to sell everywhere you go. You guys, I had a party on Monday in my daughter's urologist's office. Because guess what? I went in, she was peeing on a stick to test for yet another urinary tract infection. And I was like, hey, while she's doing that, you guys, I brought you something. I gave all of them a sample, left it at that. Before I left the appointment, one of the girls was like, you have got to show me how these go on. So then I'm back in the room showing all these nurses and doctors how to put these nails on. And before I left, they were like, how do we get these? And I'm like, how about I come back and we do a party in the office over lunch? Awesome. There I was. On Monday, I did a party in the office. So it's still in the works. They asked me to leave it open for a week because they all want to share it with their friends. They kept samples to give to their friends, some of the other doctors, because there's so many rules about what they can and can't wear in the medical field, and most of them can wear nail polish. So also be involved in your community, you guys. I am on the PTO board. I am the Wrestling Club secretary. I'm over Scouts. I help with Cub Scouts. I'm everywhere. Like, I'm everywhere. And I moved to Boise only 3 years ago. And when I moved here, I knew nobody, like nobody. And most of my parties that are coming from, and most of my new stylists, like I have a stylist that I met because she helped me with parties in the classroom at the school. I have 2 stylists that joined me because we're involved in the wrestling club. I mean, it's amazing what you can find when you get yourself out in your community. Parties all over the place. I have parties scheduled with the ladies from the eye doctor office where my kids get their eyes tested. I just have them from all over the place. So you always want to have nails on you, and you want to have minimum of 8 parties a month. So those are my basics. What questions do you have? Because I want to have time for questions. Is that enough information, Kelly? Did I blast you? I talked fast.
No, it's good. It's good. And we have a ton of questions. I couldn't even write them all down because I wanted to focus. I wanted to listen.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out for the giveaway.
I got to 8. Okay, I will write them down while you're answering. Can you see them right here in the chat bar?
Let me go back up to, I don't know which one's first. I don't know how, there's the time.
Scroll to the very top. A couple of them are just comments. Let's see. Megan said, how do you run your VIP group? How much is focused on sales? Yeah, that's a good question. How much, like what kind of posts do you do every day and how often?
I try to post at least once a day. First of all, I'm totally real with them. Sometimes I'll say, oh guys, not having the best day, but my nails are on point, like things like that. Like I always try to mention the nails, even if it's not like a selling thing. I had a big Halloween launch party that I had to rearrange and change around, and because of the Halloween nail launch fiasco, we were all members of that. But I got tons of people that joined and had fun, and I just at least try to post once a day. I'm welcoming people to the group every single day. That's one of the fun things that I do in there. I post all the most recent information updates. I'll play games in there, just like random, like the GIF games and that kind of, the GIF games, that kind of stuff. Like people dig that. They totally love it. I try to go live at least once a week, more often if I can. And I just, like, I'll private message people and say, hey, how you liking your nails? People that are in my VIP group. Hey, how you liking the nails? Would you mind going and posting a picture of your nails in the VIP group today? 9 times out of 10, they are like, sure, no problem. And they go and they post, and then it gets a bunch of reactions. And so I don't want to be the only one posting. I want everybody in the group to be posting, because this business is not about me. It's about making my customers happy, and it's about them. And when it's about them, they buy more. What's that?
Can I say something real quick about the welcome posting in groups? I don't know if anyone else knew this. And while you were talking, I was on my VIP group, and it showed my new members, right, on the right side. And it lets you like say welcome to the group, and it creates a message with those people already tagged. And then you can type in. So I didn't know that. I didn't know if anyone else.
Thank you for throwing that out there. Yes, I do that. So it shows you who's new. You just click on the right side, and it shows you everybody that's new, and it shows you who added them too. So it shows if you approved them. It shows if someone else added them to your group. So that is yeah, it's a great thing. Great thing.
Thanks for that, Laura.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I have like a list of all these things I didn't want to forget, and that was one of them, but there you go.
Can I share one little tip?
Yep.
Because Erin and I have a mutual relative who kills it in a LuLaRoe Facebook group. She has like 8,000 people in there. It's insane. And I asked her, I'm
all
like,
8,000 buy from her.
I know, it's crazy. And I asked her, I'm like, hey, can you give me some tips on like what to post and how often? And she said there's a rule of thirds. And then I came up with a nerdy acronym because I'm just weird like that. So it's the 3 I's. Your 3 posts per day need to be 1, interactive. So it's a question, you're asking a question or whatever. 2, informative. So you're talking about the product, informing them about whatever, maybe upcoming sales, the latest style, a nail of the day or whatever. And then 3 is like what I am up to. So you're kind of sharing, like Erin was saying, what I'm up to. I'm having a hard day or whatever. Something that's personal. So they're getting like 3 aspects from you. They're learning more about the product, they're interacting with you, and they're learning more about you, which it builds the relationships and connections and everything. So I had to share that.
That's awesome. See, that's the type of thing that I don't know what I do. I just do those things. Like I was asking my husband, like, I don't know what I do. What am I going to tell everybody tonight? And he was trying to help me figure out what I do.
Yeah, I think you do that really well.
Okay.
We have tons more questions. Would you suggest having a public Facebook page and a VIP closed group?
I don't do a Facebook page. No, I just do the VIP group.
Okay, and then Avery says, do you only post CS stuff in your VIP, or do you do random posts too?
I do random posts on my homepage.
Yeah, and it's really important to also do posts about the business opportunity, because I think a lot of people are neglecting to do that. And how is anyone going to know they can join you if you never talk about the business? If you're only talking nails. So sorry.
Yeah, I need to be a little bit better about that, but I've started doing that more in my VIP group. And then I try not to do it more than a couple times a week on my Facebook page, because I'm one of those people that used to get really annoyed by other MLM people. And here's another thing you don't want to do either. You want to make Color Street an opportunity. It's about Color Street. It's about this. Nothing drives me more crazy than someone says, hey, help me earn a trip because I deserve it. So go buy all these things from me because I deserve a trip. The first thing I think is, well, I deserve a trip. So why don't I save my money so I can go on a trip instead of spending money so you can? Like, don't make the business about you. Make it about how you can benefit the customer, right? Because let's be honest, nails are a beauty thing, right? Like people can survive in their life without nails, but we need to make them feel like they can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Can you share a little bit about what you did for Halloween? It was so fun. I just think it'll give some people some ideas to play off of.
So I started posting about it a week in advance, and actually 2 weeks in advance because we had the delay. But and I just told everybody we are going to be playing Halloween trivia bingo in this big party. And here's how we earn bingo spins. For every 4 sets of nails that are ordered between now and the day of the party, we're going to get a bingo spin. And whoever's on live, we're going to do a trivia question. Whoever gets it right, we do the bingo spin. So we earn the trivia question and the bingo spin, and that person wins that prize. So that way people aren't required to purchase something to participate, but you better believe me, people were purchasing stuff because they wanted to play this game. So I even had people ordering during the event. So let me see. I don't have anywhere to store my bingo board.
Yeah, you need to show them your board. And do you have a spinner or no?
I do. I bought a bingo game actually for PTO stuff at the school. So here's the bingo board, and it says nails across the top. And actually, my husband made this for me because he's just like that. So like every single one had a prize behind it. And if we hit blackout, then one person was going to get their entire order for free. But we were 1, 2, 3, 4. We were 5 spaces away from blackout, but that was okay. Because then I didn't have to give somebody their whole order free. But people were like, come on, guys, buy stuff. Go buy stuff. They were like in the comments cheering people on to go buy stuff. And some people did. So I had things like a free set of nails, a Halloween gift bag. So I went to the dollar store and I put together random Halloween gift bags, like silly masks and candy and that sort of thing. Free shipping on their next order. Oh, guess what? That means they have to order. Anyway, that sort of thing. So, and I made it generic so I could use it for more like holiday launches. And I know that that Christmas is coming out in October, but I think in November I'm going to do a party with the bingo nail board. And so the questions were like things they could look up on Google, right? So like, what's the number one, or who wrote this Halloween song? Had questions about Oingo Boingo and that kind of thing. And I had my husband there with us, and every time we hit a bingo, he had to eat something gross. That was probably my favorite part of the whole thing. He was eating pickled pig's feet that were partially deboned. I don't know how you partially debone something, but anyway, like that was his idea, and he totally fully regretted that later. But it was fun. So you can always go, if you want to join my VIP group or you want to request to join it, I can add you in there and you can go find the video and watch it and see a little bit more. But you have to be excited about the product and what you're doing, and that gets people to your VIP page. And that should be one of your main goals, is driving people to that page. So a lot of my giveaways that I do in the group include either invite a friend or add a friend and comment and include them. Like I had a birthday post where I said, add a friend who has a birthday this month, and you both, like you and that person might both win a free set of nails, that sort of thing.
I love it. It's so funny because I'm the type of person that doesn't enter giveaways. I'm like, I'm not going to win. Why waste my time? But it's crazy that people, I'm so surprised by some of the things that you ask your VIP people to do, and that they do it. Like, because it's stuff I would be like, oh, nobody's going to do this, but they do. And it's
crazy.
Someone asked how you get them to get samples. And didn't you mention that's your pinned post?
Mm-hmm.
VIP group. So
I tag people in that post when they're new to the group a lot of times, or I say, hey, go check out my pinned post. So I just always make sure that new people to the group know where that sample request form is. I do a sample request for every party that I host online. I remind them multiple times, go request a sample, go request a sample. Hey, you want to try a free sample? And I encourage them to try to do it before the actual party starts, because I put everything online 2 weeks before the party starts. And I coach my hostess and say, okay, I want you to invite 30 to 40 people that you would actually want to invite to your house, that you think would like the product. I want you to then invite them, and then every day for the next 5 days, I want you to personally message 10 of them and say, hey, I'm having this party next week. I'm totally in love with this product. I hope you can show up. I think you're going to love it. Leave it at that, right? So that people get a double invitation to the party. And then after that first week, I start commenting and reminding people to start requesting their samples. So I've sent out over 400 samples.
Dang, girl. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 4 minutes left. We got to get the best questions. I have a question. How often do you do live inventory sales?
Never.
Wow, that surprises me.
During my Halloween party, that's the only time, and it wasn't really an inventory sale. I said, I have 10 Salem Secrets here. Who wants them? And I only had 4 people buying. Right. That may be something I add in the future, but I've never done them.
Sorry. How do you get people to engage in the group? That seems to be a big question. That
you tag people.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that one?
If you tag people, and a lot of times, if someone else added someone to my group, I'll tag the new person and I'll say, thank you for adding them to the group, Michelle, and I tag her or whatever too. So then there's 2 people tagged. Most likely both of them come and comment. And I think people just like seeing that I make an effort to welcome everybody, because I have a lot of people that just go and comment and say, welcome girl. Oh, you're going to love this. Oh, watch out. You're going to be hooked, things like that. And they just comment naturally. But same thing in my Facebook groups. If I feel like commenting is down, I just start tagging people. Say, hey, I want to make sure you didn't miss out on this info. Super important. And I tag people.
Super smart. One thing I have to mention you guys about Erin is that you need to explain how you got people on your team, because from my perspective, it seems like a lot of them were just loyal customers who adore you. Because I remember Erin being like, and I have to share this because I think a lot of people feel this way, where you're like, well, I'm selling nails, but I'm not recruiting. And Erin was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not recruiting anyone. Like, is this going to work? And she has recruited. How many do you have on your team now?
10. Or I have 20 on my team, but 10, I've recruited 10 people.
Personally sponsored. So it's just been cool to see her go from like, I don't know if this is going to work, but she just kept doing her thing and killing it with sales. And I feel like that's really helped you with everything else. What do you think? Oh crap, we have less than a minute.
It's being genuine. It's developing relationships and being genuine, period.
Yeah, I agree. And I love that you mentioned that. I think that's a great thing to end on, because that's what this business is all about. It's about the people. It's about people. So building.
Hey, one of you guys is going to win a prize. And guess what? Look how many of you asked questions just because I said you were going to win a prize. That was a lesson.
Right? There you go.
I'll talk to Kelly. Someone's going to win.
Okay. I did write down names.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. This was super informative. Loved it, Erin. Loved it.
I hope so.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye.